Well, the mixed relay athletes out now for the first of 3 heats. Netherlands, Czech Republic, Portugal, France, Spain, Turkey and Kenya. And the mascots, are they going to take up a lane? So I'm hearing there is no official result yet been issued for that 2 by 400 meters relay. There, we believe, might have been a disqualification. And can you believe it's Portugal again disqualified? What a shame. Portugal disqualified. Poland were the winners from Kenya and Slovenia, with Belarus and Slovak Republic in 5th place. Portugal, their duo, disqualified, I'm afraid. We haven't seen the offence yet, but Dorote Evora and João Coelho were their duo. So a lot of hard work for a lot of disappointment for them, I'm afraid. Great shame. So the next event on the track, the 4 by 400 meters mixed relay. We have 3 heats. And Jenny, yet again, this is something that I think is a fantastic innovation for the sport. The 2 by 400 meters that we've just seen is not an Olympic event, but this is one that is being introduced to major championship, global championship programs. It took place in Doha 2019, and it will be in Tokyo later on this summer. Men and women mixing it up in a 4 by 400.
Yeah, and it's a good addition. I'm just looking, actually, I watched the Dutch squad, Tony van Diepen. We can also see the French athlete Brossier there. A lot of these athletes have already competed in the individual 4x4 for men and women already this evening. So this is the second time some of these athletes are going around this 400-metre circuit. And again, all the teams want to be there. It's another opportunity to represent your country, try to compete for a medal. So this is a great innovation, and it looked really, really good in Doha, and I think a lot of the teams are really taking this event seriously. Hence, you know, they're all deciding to compete here this weekend.
Well, it is May the 1st. The Olympic Games, you may have heard me say earlier, are just over 12 weeks away. The athletics at the Olympic Games, that is. And that makes it a very, very long summer. And athletes have to gauge their peak, the intensity of their plateau of great performances. It's a little too early for that just yet. So this is a weekend for some of these athletes of good, hard training mixed with racing. The French have 2 athletes, 2 ladies, 2 women on the first 2 legs, unusually. Amandine Brossier and Elisa Trinkler. Lane 3, the Czech Republic, who had problems in their 4 by 100 meters race. Kenya go in lane 8. Jared Momanyi will hand over to Joan Torona, then Mary Morar and Aaron Koech on the final leg. Turkey go in lane 7. Kubilay Enchu will hand over to Yildirim Polat and Oren. Buzra Yildirim, Elif Polat and Sinan Oren. Spain going in lane 6. Julio Arenas, their lead-off athlete. The French with that unusual strategic decision, woman, woman, man, man, their quartet. That's their running order. Most quartets go man, woman, woman, man. Indeed, Portugal, well, they're going woman, man, woman, man. So there are various permutations possible. Their lead-off athlete, Vera Barbosa. The Czech Republic going man, woman, woman, man. And Kursek, their lead-off athlete, Martij Kursek. And then the Netherlands on the inside. Nout Vardenberg is the lead-off man. He'll hand over to Femke Bol, who we saw run a 400 earlier, of course. Lieke Klaver and Tony van Diepen. So they're going man, woman, woman, man. Jenny, in your opinion, is there a right or wrong order? It's a tough one, isn't it?
It is, but looking at the 3 heats, the majority have gone man, woman, woman, man. It's just this first heat where we've had a differential from that. So, I mean, I guess we'll see how it works out.
Well, of course, it does mean that France in lane 5, after 2 legs, will be quite a long way down on the other teams. And they're gambling that their men on the 3rd and 4th legs will make up that deficit. Again, an extraordinarily long hold in the blocks for the athletes. Time to go and have a cup of tea virtually. Netherlands on the inside. Czech Republic's Kursek has gone blasting off. Of course, you would expect him to, because outside him, Portugal have Vera Barbosa. So you get these dramatic contrasts, these huge gaps appearing, because some of the athletes are men running at 45, 46 second pace, and others are women running at 52, 53 second pace or even slower. They're all giving 100%, but on the outside here, going well, is Jared Momanyi of Kenya, being chased down by Enchu of Turkey. Inside him, Spain's Julio Arenas. Now, the takeover there between Spain and Turkey, almost identical. Andrea Jimenez for Spain and Bursa Yildirim, the ladies for Spain and Turkey, the women who have gone off. But leading at the moment in lane 2 is the Netherlands, Femke Bol. Well, she has the opportunity here, Jenny, to build up a big, big lead on those other ladies behind her.
Yeah, she does, and it shows how seriously these nations are taking this, that some of these athletes are competing so much over the weekend. But if you could just see there, with about 150 metres to go in the green of Portugal, we've actually got De Santos here, the Portuguese male athlete who's trying to run some of these women down. Of course, they've opted for that change of format as Femke Bol now hands over to Clavier. She got the Dutch 200-metre indoor record this year. She's in great form. She actually got the 400-metre record as well until Femke Bol traded it with her. And here we go. This is another change in tactic now. This is a French athlete, almost, 70, 80 metres behind here onto this 3rd leg. And he'll be hunting these women down, seeing how far he can get that space reduced on this 3rd leg.
So Femke Bol ran a great leg. Lieke Klaver now on this 3rd leg for the Netherlands, out in front, and a very healthy lead it is too. Spain going well in 2nd place with Auri Lorena Boquesa. Running wide there, down the outside, is the Czech athlete Lada Vondrova. And a pack behind this leading pair. And good running there from the French athlete on this 3rd leg. That's Christopher Aliali. And Thomas Jordier now for France. What sort of inroads can he make on this leg? Well, surely the Netherlands aren't going to be caught, Jen.
Well, I was just going to say, it looks like the Netherlands have got this one stitched up. It's in the bag with 200 metres to go. An athlete like Van Diepen, no one's going to catch him. But fascinating, into 3rd place there. We're just trying to catch the frame here. Turkish athletes coming into 3rd place there. They're all, of course, trying to run for those positions in those finals, those non-automatic qualifications, as the Dutch athlete Van Diepen can really just take his time coming over the line, and it's a fight for that 3rd position. Oh, and who got that one?
I think it might have been, well, hard to tell. It was a blue vest. I thought maybe the French.
You know, what I really like about this event is you're not just looking at the front, you're looking all the way back, what is happening through the field, because people are trading places all the way. And maybe a little bit of cramp there for Tony Van Diepen.
I'm not surprised, but the Netherlands win it from Spain. It was indeed the French who took 3rd place. Remember, the qualifying is just the first 2 teams through by right to tomorrow's final. With, again, 2 non-automatic qualifier spots. So the Netherlands winning that one pretty impressively.
So we talked about the tactics, didn't we? And, you know, France adopted something different with 2 women going first, then the 2 men going in 3rd and 4th. Oh, we're just looking here at the Kenyan squad. Oh, just before the changeover. Oh, that looked nasty. I'm sure that's a bit of a graze of the arm. But they did actually manage to complete the race. Yeah, up and running again. There we see. But yeah, the French team, they did actually manage to come back into third position after that difference of running order compared to the others. So I don't know if we can say it worked or it didn't work, but they did okay. So just images there of Van Diepen. He looked like he was really relaxed, and I think almost when he came across the line, he just got a little bit of cramp at the end. But the Spanish team have qualified for that final, so they can enjoy themselves this evening, go back to the hotel, maybe decide if they're going for the same format tomorrow. Is there any other athletes to come into that squad? And the French, of course, face that anxious wait now. They'll have to watch the next two heats to see whether they can qualify on a positional time.
So the athletes for this second heat coming out: Belgium, Italy, Poland, South Africa, Japan, Colombia. Cold for them, I bet. And the Slovak Republic bringing up the rear.
So a little bit more straightforward, this one. In fact, the next two heats have all gone for the same order: man, woman, woman, man. So not as much dramatics expected on this one.
Well, we're just hearing that the 2x2 by 400 meters, Portugal have been reinstated. There must have been an appeal and a review of the video evidence, and Portugal have been reinstated, finished in 5th place, 351.69. So Slovak Republic were for a little while in 5th place, but are back to 6th, I'm afraid, in that one. Spain setting a national record, by the way, in that mixed relay. First heat, 3:18.98, almost a second behind the Netherlands with that world lead 3:18.04. And France in the fastest non-automatic qualifier spot at the moment, 3:20.95. Well, the shuttle hurdles final, the mixed final, coming up in 30 minutes from now. That'll be at 2 minutes to the hour. The second final of this first day. Of course, tomorrow it's finals all the way. 7 disciplines, 7 finals. Here in this rather glorious facility. There's a slight mist across the arena now, such as the drop in temperature. But the Poles, well, I suspect they'll be strong in this one. Rożeniak goes on the first leg for them. Mateusz Rożeniak. They've chosen to go for man, woman, woman, man. The Italians in lane 2, likewise, man, woman, woman, man. Indeed, as you pointed out quite rightly, Jenny, every squad in this race opting for that format. I wonder why. Can you think of the sort of the thinking behind that? If every athlete's giving their all,
it shouldn't make a difference, should it? Because at the end of the day, it's 4 athletes running 400 meters. But I think experience teaches you that. So maybe it's a format that other people have adopted at the beginning, and then people seem to think the best teams were doing it that way. So yeah, out of the 3 heats, it was just that first heat with France and Portugal deciding to break the mold.
Well, 3:18.04 sets the standard by the Netherlands, with Spain a fabulous national record, 3:18.98. Slovakia on the outside in this second heat, the Slovak Republic. Oliver Murčko on their leading leg. He'll hand over to Iveta Putalova, Emma Zapletalova, and then Simon Bujina. Colombia go in lane 7. Palazza. John Alejandro Palazza, who has already raced this evening on the opening leg for them. Japan in lane 6. There's been a change for their final leg athlete. Suzuki will carry the baton home once Ikeda takes it out of the blocks. South Africa with Lukana Kozweo He'll hand over to Darlene and Pitti, Taylor, Bilo, and Degale, who has also already raced as well on the fourth leg. Poland, well, they've just had a rather successful experience in the 2x2 by 400 meters. Rezniak goes on the opening leg for them, Mateusz Rezniak. Italy, Edoardo Scotti will hand over to Giancarlo Trevisan, Alice Mangione and Davide Re on the final leg for them. That's a good squad from the Italians. Belgium, Jonathan Sakour, interesting athlete, only a youngster, trains with the Borlées. Cynthia Bolingo he'll hand over to, and then Camille Laus and Kevin Borlée on the final leg for the Belgians. Again, strong squad that from the Belgians. Well, the team who were third in the first heat, France, ran 3:20.95. And in fourth place, Turkey, 3:20.98. So those are the times to watch. Belgium, Italy, Poland, South Africa, Japan, Colombia, and Slovak Republic. Well, away we go then. 4 laps of the track with 4 different athletes, the order being man, woman, woman, man. This is a new discipline and an innovation that has been widely received very positively, hence its acceptance into the World Athletics Championships, as in Doha 2 years ago, and it will be in Tokyo in late July, early August this summer. Good running here from Perlazza on the opening leg for Colombo. Dark glasses and all. The Japanese working hard. There is Ikeda just inside him, left of picture.
Yeah, great start there by Colombia from Perez. He was a lead-off for the 4th position when they were 4th in the men's 4x4 in Doha. But all changed there, and really interesting for a lot of these women to receive the baton at high speed by the men there. But everyone seemed to have got the baton, no problems, as we break on the second leg. And
Italy.
It's the Italians, yeah, it's the Italians that lead. This is athlete Trevisan. She was 3rd in the World Relays back in the last edition in the women's 4x4. Italy have hosted a great squad in that event for a number of years, and she digs in deep here, trying to get a really good lead for her teammates going into that 3rd leg.
Trevisan finishing superbly here. Japan in 2nd place, being run down now. It's that Belgium coming through to 2nd place, but Trevisan has run an astonishing leg. She hands over with 7 or 8 meters lead. Belgium it is who take over in 2nd place. Camille Laus now for them. She's already raced this evening. Japan in 3rd place here, giving a good account of themselves. That's Mayu Koyabashi for Japan, easing past Laos of Belgium, who must be running on tired legs. That's perhaps forgivable. Poland back in 4th place at the moment. Lazowska in 4th place for them, and moving through really strongly too. The Slovak Republic around the outside. There's a real pack there chasing down the Italians, who are enjoying this. Alice Mangione running superbly well to maintain that lead, as Laos now kicks hard in her 2nd run of the evening. But the Italians, that has to be 25 meters lead. Brilliant run from them, and this should be a relative breeze for Davide Re on the final leg for Italy. Belgium it is who take over in 2nd place with Kevin Borlée.
Yeah, Borlée is a great relay runner. We've already seen him compete, of course, in the 4x4 heats earlier this evening, but you wouldn't think that he could run down Ray. Ray has gone under 45 seconds for the 400 meters twice in his lifetime, is the Italian national record holder. But I'm saying that, I hope Ray has actually left himself a little bit here. He has a quick look over his shoulder as the chasing pack comes around. Sembrano there from Colombia, coming from 4th into 3rd position, trying to pass the pole, and it's Kevin Borlée in 2nd, but it is Ray from Italy who takes the win in 3:16.50. That is very quick.
It is quick, yes. The Italians there enjoying that one. That's a time that almost makes it into the all-time top 10 for the Italians. Belgium having a great leg there from Kevin Borlée, finishing in second place. Just waiting for those times to be confirmed. Italy's 3:16.51, in fact. Fastest time in the world this year, of course. Belgium 3:17.22. And in third place, Colombia 3:17.61. As I mentioned, that is a world-leading time for the Italians. Comfortably winning that from what was a strong Belgian squad.
Well, we can just see the pain, can't we? Lois is having to do exactly the same as the Dutch athletes had to actually do to Van Diepen, and Bolingo looks like she's in a little bit of pain there. This is a true 400-metre lactic in those legs, and I hope she saved enough for day two.
The first four, as we see this first change, of the first four in that second heat are the four fastest times of the day. They're all faster than the winner of the first heat, the Netherlands. Can you believe? This was a major contributory factor. The brilliant running of Giancarlo Trevisan on the second leg for Italy, handing over to her teammate Alice Mangione. The Italians just never gave anybody else a chance. They really put together a wonderful team effort. Belgium, with Bolingo and Laus and Borlée and Jonathan Sakura on their opening leg, put out a very strong quartet, but the Italians, well, almost in a different class here. No wonder they're pleased. That was quick. The world best, I don't know if I can call it a world record, 3:09.34 by the USA. That was in Doha, actually, at those World Championships late in September 2019. But that's a top-notch time and a great win from the Italians in that second heat. So the third and final heat then, the teams coming out. Belarus lead them out. Brazil will be right behind them. Botswana enjoying these relays. Then the Irish. All smiles there. Phil Healy and Charlene Horsley. Germany, Dominican Republic, and Great Britain and Northern Ireland bring up the rear. Well, Great Britain need a bit of luck after that bad luck in the 4x400 earlier on. The baton was dropped. And it is a strong British quartet. Rabah Youssef, Lavia Nielsen, Emily Diamond, and Lee Thompson. And Lavia Nielsen's been in great form recently, Jenny, so a lot of hopes back in the UK on this one. And in the Irish squad, well, great to see Tom Barr, so experienced as a 400-metre hurdler.
Yeah, fourth in Rio, devastating to be in that fourth position, but, you know, unquestionably it was the performance of his career. I don't actually think he was too disappointed, although he was just 500ths away from that bronze medal. But again, you know, on paper, this is a very strong Irish quartet. So I'm sure a lot of them will have seen the screen, seen the sort of times it takes to, you know, get those non-fastest times into that final. So I'm sure a lot of them will be thinking, oh my goodness, 3:17 it's going to take if you're not actually in the first two to try and get to that final on a time. So yeah, there's only one way to do it, and it's eyeballs out, as they say. Just don't leave anything on the track. As we can just see there, Alison Dos Santos, he's just trying to get himself in the right frame of mind. World finalist over 400-metre hurdles. Still a teenager indeed when he did that. 48.15 his personal best for the 400-metre hurdles. So I'm sure he's going to show quite a lot on that last leg here.
Nervous moments these for the athletes waiting to take over. All these teams going for the man, woman, woman, man format. And Germany, well, they will be in lane 6. Henrik Krause, their lead-off athlete, will hand over to Luna Thiel. And then Hannah Mergenthaler on the third leg will hand over to Johannes Treffs on the anchor leg for them. I can tell you that Japan have definitely not made the final. They are the third quickest of the non-automatic qualifiers, and yet they are faster than Spain, who have made it. And you can argue that there are draws for these races, seeding, and of course to some degree a tactical element in the racing, but that is tough for Japan. The two teams in the non-automatic qualifier spots at the moment are Colombia and Poland. They were third and fourth in that second heat. That is the caliber of that second heat where Italy set that superb season's best, 3:16.52. So the target time for the third team in this one is 3:17.92, and that is Poland, the host nation. So the third and final heat of the mixed 4x400 meters relay. Great Britain on the outside, Rabah Youssef on the outside. Real character, Rabah. Loves to don that British vest. Lavia Nielsen will be on the second leg. Dominican Republic with young Carlos Martinez on the opening leg. He'll hand over to Annabel Medina Ventura, Marilady Paulino, Alexander Ogando. Germany, as I said, Krause will hand over to Luna Thiel, Hannah Mergenthaler, Johannes Treffs. And then the Irish with that strong shot. Chris O'Donnell on the opening leg, Phil Healy on leg 2, Charlene Maudsley on leg 3, and Thomas Barr, 400-meter hurdler, surely a reliable carrier of the baton on the anchor leg. Botswana, Mzibane Ngozo, Mogetnane, Orabile Moragane, Christina Podlogetswe, and Bayapo Ndori on the final leg for them. Brazil, Anderson Freitas Enriquez. We'll hand over Titlani Silva Marinho, Gaisa Aparecida Coutinho, and Alison Dos Santos. And then Belarus, Alexander Vasilevsky on the opening leg for them. I'll hand over to Alexander Kilmanovic, Astira Limay, and Ihar Zubko.
Ostatni bieg kwalifikacyjny 4x400 sztafet mieszanych.
Well, several of these teams are looking at their national records, are well capable of getting inside the time of the second non-automatic qualifying squad. Well, not much break in the echelon at the moment. Rabah Youssef of Great Britain on the outside has to gauge this effort neatly himself. Being chased there by Dominican Republic's young Carlos Martinez. And the powerfully built Vasilevsky of Belarus on the opening leg for them has got a bit of work to do at the moment in lane 2, top of picture. Rabah Youssef still moving well down the home straight, grimacing now. So important these last 50 or 60 meters. Keep that stride length going. Lavia Nielsen takes the baton. Maybe not in the lead. Good run there for Brazil. I think they're in the lead. Anderson Freitas Enriquez ran superbly. He hands over to Marinho.
Yeah, it was very tight, wasn't it, on the change? And Brazil did just maybe have the lead fractionally, but here we go. Ireland, I did think they had a good squad when I looked at the individual athletes. This is Phil Healy. She's had another great season indoors. Great over 200 metres, fantastic over that 400 metres as well. And she's just got Lavia Nelson there from Great Britain right on her shoulder as they enter that last 100 metres.
So it's Ireland, Great Britain and Brazil, 1, 2, 3 at the moment. What a run this is from Phil Healy. Boy, oh boy, she's easing away from the other pair, although the Brazilian coming battered. And now Marinho has run his fantastic final 100 there to hand over in the lead. Ireland in second, Great Britain in third. On this third leg for Great Britain is Emily Diamond. But Brazil, with this third leg athlete, Gaisa Aparecido Coutinho, don't have a big lead. Ireland chasing hard. Charlene Maudsley on this third leg for them. And now beginning to make their presence felt. The Dominican Republic with Marilady Paulino looking strong.
Yeah, Paulino, she's a national record holder both at 200 and 400, and isn't she showing it? She's got a personal best for the 400 metres of 50.31 seconds, and that's real world-class showing. But I've got to say, the Irish athletes, Maudsley has done very, very well to still be really on her shoulder, which is 50 metres to go. And in fact, she's actually taking the lead as she hands over to Thomas Barr in the lead for Ireland.
Brilliant from Maudsley. Barr then takes over in the lead. Great Britain are back in 4th place at the moment, but this is the tightest yet. Brazil on the shoulder of Ireland. Dominican Republic in 3rd. Great Britain in 4th. For Great Britain here, Lee Thompson sizing up the opposition. Barr with outside him the Brazilian Alisson dos Santos. He's kept him at bay at the moment. There's a real knack to keeping your effort for the home straight in these relays, but going fast and not enough to not give the others any real hope. As Barr kicks into the straight, Dos Santos for Brazil now lengthens his stride. Thompson for Great Britain trying to get through, and on the inside, Dominican Republic coming through. Sue Ogando. It's Brazil, Dominican Republic, Ireland and Great Britain in 3rd and 4th. The winning time, 3:16.49. That is quick. It's quicker than Italy. It's the fastest time in the world this year. Wow, such a competitive 3rd and final heat. Absolutely brilliant racing from every one of that quartet down the home straight.
Well, that's what we want to see, isn't it? We want to look at these times. Look at Ireland. They've actually run one of the quickest times here this evening, and they will take a place in tomorrow night's final.
Well, that time from Brazil has been adjusted quite substantially. 3:16.49 came up, which would have made them quicker than Italy. But it's been slowed by 4/100ths of a second, can you believe? And that means that Italy are still the fastest of all of them. Brazil, the 2nd fastest. Dominican Republic, the 3rd fastest. Ireland and Belgium. Ireland, the 4th fastest of all of them with that 3rd place. Great Britain, the 6th fastest with that 4th place. Those heats got quicker and quicker from heat 1 to heat 2, and then from heat 2 to heat 3.
They were brutal, weren't they? And I'm just trying to work out the finalists, and I think Ireland will qualify on a time, and I think Belgium.
Yeah, Belgium have got through because they qualified by right anyway. The teams that are qualified by right are Italy, Brazil and Dominican Republic, Belgium, Netherlands and Spain. But listen to this, Netherlands were 9th fastest, Spain were 11th fastest, and pity, the teams who have got through as the non-automatic qualifiers are Ireland and Great Britain. But Colombia and Poland, much quicker than 2 of the automatic qualifiers, but don't go through. There's that final changeover. What a leg it was from the Brazilian Dos Santos.
That final leg was scintillating, wasn't it? We saw Dos Santos actually, you know, visualising before he even took to the track. Thomas Barr ran very, very well. He held everybody off, ran a really well-judged first 200 metres, and he did well to actually hold Lee Thompson from Great Britain and Northern Ireland off as well. But Barr's efforts are definitely worth it because they've made that place into the final.
Well, the seeding could be called something that was leaving a bit to be desired, but I'm sure it looked all right on paper before those 3 heats. Great Britain 4th in their heat, but the 6th fastest of all the teams. The Irish know they've qualified. They were the 4th fastest of the day, and yet not even an automatic qualifier, can you believe? 3:16.84. Personal best for the Irish. That effectively, I suppose, means it's a national record. The Dominican Republic likewise in 3rd place. They qualified by right, though. But that was a very, very strange series of races, Jenny, and all the more exciting for it.
It was. Each one got better, didn't they? And you know what? I'm going to call it. I think that could be the race of the weekend come that final tomorrow evening.
Yes.
It's very close.
Well, isn't it funny that, you know, we had athletes in the 2x2 by 400 metres earlier who ran tactically, and it was 4 laps of the track, but didn't really get your hackles up, and you know, there was so much being held back, and yet in this, wow, every athlete was giving them 101%, and the times and the way that it's panned out when you look at the summary is spectacular. And you have to say, you feel sorry for Japan, who ran 10th fastest, but didn't make the final, even though they're quicker than one of the non-automatic qualifiers. Well, we're going to show you the results of Heat 2 from that mixed 4x400 meters relay. It was the one where Italy... In fact, we're going to show you Heat 1, Heat 2, Heat 3. How about that in chronological order? Just to wrap up those 3 mixed 4x400 meter relay heats. Netherlands 3:18.04, setting a personal best. Spain a national record 3:18.98. Not quite sure what a personal best is if it's not a national record and it's not a season's best. But anyway, we'll clear that one up before tomorrow. So Netherlands and Spain did make it through okay from that first heat. From the second heat, the qualifiers were Italy and Belgium by right, but Colombia not making it through. Colombia were the 7th fastest, but still didn't make the final. And Heat 3, there it is. Brazil, Dominican Republic, Ireland, Great Britain. Well, those times would have graced a final pretty well, frankly. Brazil and Dominican Republic by right. Ireland and Great Britain are the 2 non-automatic qualifiers. Well, one final to come, but there are the qualifiers for that mixed 4x400 meters relay final tomorrow evening. And what a beauty that promises to be. Italy, Brazil, Dominican Republic, Ireland, Belgium, Great Britain, Netherlands and Spain. Just 2 nations outside of Europe making that mixed 4x400 meters relay.